Welcome to the Nevermind podcast with your host, Reem. After hours, because I failed very miserably trying to record this in the daytime, so we're trying this again at night. I am so happy you guys liked episode one. Now we're done with the serious stuff. I mean, we'll revisit it, but that wasn't the norm. But I want to have some more fun. And today we're doing Am I the Asshole Fashion Edition. Now, listen, when I first thought about doing a podcast, I really wanted to base the entire podcast on Am I the Asshole Reddit forums. And then I realized that would not be smart for me to do because I cannot spend that much time on Reddit. I don't think it would be healthy for me. So we're going to try to make this a monthly or like slightly occasional thing. And I would love to have guests on in the future that could like do Am I the Asshole Reddit forum related episodes with me. And yeah, we can just discuss like different opinions about different stories I find. Okay. Am I the asshole for copying a mutual friend's style? There's this girl, we aren't friends, but share a few best friends, and I've copied her style and fashion sense because I really admired it. I've never bought any of the same pieces as her, but I have been inspired by the vibe aesthetic of her closet. And over a year, I've collected clothes that match her style. Very Y2K, 70s, boho. Before that, I was the kind of person who just had a lot of styles in my closet: preppy, grunge, girly. I still think up all the outfits myself and I don't directly buy pieces that she owns. There's only five specific types of clothing pieces I can actually think of that I did buy after seeing her wear it. But they are generic things like a brown leather jacket, a white corset top, a crochet skirt, and baggy low rise jeans. But there are two specific times I remember directly copying an outfit idea with similar but distinctly different pieces. Sometimes we accidentally also own the same type of pieces that I see her wear to class, but I bought and were attracted to them before I even saw her wear them due to us just having kind of the same vibe of clothing. Anyways, I always thought of her as someone who harmlessly introduced me to a new vibe of clothing I loved, and then me taking it from there and buying my own original pieces within that genre. But recently, I heard from our mutual friend that she absolutely hates me because she thinks I 100% copied her style. I feel really guilty about it now, even though she doesn't own a fashion genre, because a lot of our mutual friends think we have similar styles. And I think it makes her mad because she had that style before me. We aren't friends, but we do hang in the same circles. Anyways, am I the asshole? Oh, girl. Okay. I feel like so many of us have been in the same situation not once, not twice, but multiple times. And we have been both girls in this situation. And I feel like it's every girl's rite of passage to go from being an insecure girl to being a girl's girl. Like, I just think we have that evolution of being like the you're copying me kind of girl to, oh my God, we're matching, and it's like it's very natural, so I don't blame any party in the situation. Now, I definitely think this girl is not the asshole because she did very clearly say so genuinely that she's inspired by her, but she also has a very confused style and she's found something that she's finally liked, but she's also make putting in the work to evolve from that and buy her own pieces and like buy distinctively different pieces. But she also mentions that she did buy like five specific kinds of clothing that are very similar to that friend, that are very generic, like a brown trench coat or low rise jeans. Like those are classic pieces that anybody would have. But I also feel like in this day and age of social media, like with influencers, Pinterest, TikTok feeds, Instagram, like everybody is doing trends. Like these are very trendy items right now. Like this is a very trendy style. So like no one can own it. Like no one can be mad about anyone having this style because it is so trendy, and fashion is so cyclical that things are always going to be coming back. Like everything's already been done before. Like it's very difficult to have unique style. So the only thing that's assholish right now for me is the fact it's your friend's reaction. Because it's okay to be a little bit annoyed or uncomfortable or just bothered by the fact that someone's copying you. Like, been there, done that. But I think this girl really needs to work on like that insecurity and that internalized competitiveness that we've all grown up with, and kind of work towards their mindset being a bit more like, oh my god, you're inspired by me. Like, imitation is the highest form of flattery. Like, if anything, it should make you guys closer and be better friends, actually, because you find a community of some people that vibe with you and are similar to you almost. Like, for her to have such a petty and visceral reaction where she hates you for having an adopted similar style to you is kind of in like crazy. To be like, I hate this person for wanting to be like me and being inspired by me or being influenced by me is kind of like, isn't that like the point? Like, don't you want to have positive impact on others? Because it sounds like this girl does. Like, this girl is very openly saying that I've admired this girl's style. So for the other friend who she's like inspired by to have such a negative reaction is kind of like bitchy almost, I think. Also, in this day and age of social media where we all have this need to and this want to be unique and feel some sort of individual, like we all have the sense of individuality complex where we need to stand out and we want to be different. So I get that feeling, but none of what you've described is like a unique personal style. Honestly, like, I think everybody should try something once and then slowly find their personal style within that. Like, clearly you've put in the work to kind of evolve from that and buy your own original pieces, so you've clearly just taken inspiration and like stayed within your boundaries rather than just blatantly copying, I suppose. Like, that's maybe how it started, but I don't think that's how it's like gone. What are the consensus? Let's see. Most comments are saying not the asshole. Like, they're saying not the asshole, but I get why it's a bit irked. It's like when someone starts wearing your same perfume, but it's a free country, but you'll always feel unreasonably annoyed. But fashion is meant to be trendy. That's the whole point. What's the other thing? Not the asshole, as you said, she doesn't own the style. The styles you mentioned are quite trendy right now. It's pretty petty to hate someone for dressing like you do. Yeah, I agree with all of these comments. Like, everybody's kind of saying not the asshole, but it's also like they understand why the other person would be annoyed, but it's not worth getting overly mad about. Like, you should always think of it as a compliment. Second story. Am I the asshole for asking my girlfriend to wear clothes that I find more attractive? I, 26 male, recently asked my girlfriend, 27 female, if she would consider buying slash wearing some different types of clothes that I find attractive. Nothing extreme. Specifically, I asked if she would wear a pair of leggings and a one piece swimsuit. I absolutely love how these look on girls, but my girlfriend only ever seems to wear really long flowing dresses or bikinis. So, a pair of leggings and a one piece would really make me happy. I would also preface this by mentioning that I in no way find her unattractive. I just think I would find her even more attractive in my favorite types of clothes. I wouldn't expect her to wear them all the time, just every now and then, just so I can see her wearing them. As to when I asked her, she kind of went off on me. She said no because she said by trying to change her look, I was objectifying her. She said that she shouldn't be expected to have to dress sexy just to please me. Now, going back to the reason I asked her in the first place is because of how much I changed my wardrobe for her. I was not much of a fancy dresser before her. I pretty much wore geeky tees and cargo shorts all the time. She asked if I would change up my wardrobe to look nicer for her, and I agreed. So now I pretty much live in collared shirts and long chino pants. I don't hate the style, but sometimes I do miss my old comfy clothes. I do appreciate that I look nicer, but I love how she tells me I look good. When she said no to my suggestion, I referred back to her changing my look. She said it's different because she was helping me get some much needed style, whereas my request was only about sex appeal and indulging my own fetishes. We got into a bit of an argument and didn't speak much for the rest of the night. I feel bad for upsetting her, but I also don't think I was being unreasonable or offensive. Am I the asshole? I don't think he's the asshole in the situation. Just because, like, just by the title, I was gonna be like, you're the asshole. But considering that he's not being like forceful and like the items he's asking for are fairly like, I mean, I hate plaid skirts personally. I hate any skater skirts, pleated skirts, all of those things. Like, I don't think it suits my body, but like, my boyfriend loves plaid skirts and skater skirts and all those things. And I would never wear it on a regular day to go out, but would I wear it once in a while just to kind of impress? Okay, would I wear it once in a while on a date just to impress my boyfriend, just to kind of wear something he likes? Like as a form of a love language of some sort, maybe? Sure. Like, why wouldn't you want to be considered more attractive to your boyfriend once in a while? Why not? Like, I don't think of it as like straight up objectifying, especially when he compared it to the fact that she's done so much to change up his entire style to be more attractive for her. Like, been there, done that. I changed up my entire boyfriend's wardrobe throughout everything. He has nothing. He has nothing from the last 4 years. Sorry. Like it could be like a fun date thing. I don't think it has to be a blanket I don't want to wear it, because it's also just leggings and a one piece swimsuit. Like I would argue, if he wanted her to wear something like blatantly inappropriate, like if he wanted her to wear bikinis and she's only used to wearing one pieces, then I might think it's a little bit hairy there because it's like more promiscuous. But it's not even that. It clearly is the fact that he likes leggings and one pieces like aesthetically more on a woman than a bikini or a long dress. So I don't think it's just like it's I can't explain it, but I can understand where he's coming from, and I don't think he's being
Unreasonable.
I'm
I
just
don't think
I
it's
don't think he's being unreasonable. I don't think he's being an asshole about it. I don't think his approach is malicious or like creepy. This could be a hot take. But I feel like, wouldn't I want of all men to find me attractive? I would want my boyfriend to find me the most attractive, technically. Like,
yeah.
wouldn't I want to impress you the most and like wear something that you would find me the most attractive in, essentially?
Yeah.
Because, like, if I think about girls when they're going and dressing up for like a date that they really want to like impress and they want to kind of look hot for, especially when they don't know them that much in the early stages, wouldn't I want to dress the way they would like? It's just like a, I'm not even saying it's something that, an unconfident or insecure girl does, not at
Hmm.
all. I just think that wouldn't you want to look your best and put your best foot forward to make a guy kind of like you and think you're cute in those very early stages where you are just getting to know each other? Like in that moment, like, yeah, you'd want to, if you cared so much about that guy's validation at the time. And believe that, wouldn't you wouldn't your boyfriend's validation matter the most,
Yeah.
especially if he's your boyfriend?
You know what he should do?
And I don't mean this on a blanket statement kind of way. Sorry to cut you
Hmm.
off, but I don't think that I mean it in a blanket statement. I think you should 100% own your own style, have your own style. You should never change your style for a guy, but it clearly is not the case right now. Like, I think the guy just wants her to wear
Once a
something
while.
once in a while just for like a fun special occasion. Right? That's how what I do with like pleated skirts. I wore a pleated skirt on Valentine's Day, or I don't really remember what that date was. Like, no, I wore a pleated skirt on our anniversary just because you like that silhouette on me the most. You think I look really pretty in that. So why wouldn't I think want you to think
Hmm.
of find me attractive the most on that day? Yeah, I feel like that's what all the other comments are. Is pretty much everyone saying not the asshole. Like asking her to wear some leggings around because it turns you on is no different than buying her sexy lingerie. The principle is the same. You're not asking for a full of leggings or trying to dictate what she wears when she leaves the house. You made a small and simple request. I'm sure you'd probably be fine if she wore them around the house. No doubt you'd want to check her out. It's just for you, nobody else. You're not asking her to change. You're not worried about what others are going to think. You're not even trying to prance her around like a trophy. You want her to check. You want to check out your lady's butt in some Maybe I won't include this. Next story. Okay. Am I the asshole for giving fashion advice on the first date? Woo. Okay. Hello, Reddit. I, 34 female, was on a dating website and connected with an awesome guy, male, 33. We ended up going on a date and it was going pretty well. He was a great conversationalist and we were able to connect on many topics quite well. Towards the end of the date, I mentioned, "Hey, do you usually wear straight cut jeans? I think skinny jeans would look better on you." He replied, "You think so?" I responded, "Yeah." I didn't think much of it, and it ended pretty well with a goodnight kiss. After the date, he texted me good night and complimented me. And after that, he went ghost, and I never reached out. After a few months, he texted me, and I asked him, after going ghost, why did he reach out? He answered, "You started looking for flaws in me right after the very first date." Thought that happens after a few months. Since then, we've been talking regularly, but a few of my friends have been saying I'm sort of an asshole for the situation. I didn't think much of it, and now I'm not too sure. Reddit, what do you think? Okay, now listen. Okay, I do think you are an asshole for but like a small one, I guess. Like I understand it not feeling like a big deal, but I think fundamentally it's an assholish thing to do. I totally understand him being kind of hurt by and like kind of turning it on your head, saying that it's a flaw that you were looking at. And I kind of get that because like this person has kind of worked up the courage and like probably put in the effort to wear a nice outfit to impress you and all of that. And I can imagine like in a reverse situation that would probably hurt somebody. Like if I was walking up to a date thinking I look bomb and then this guy gives me like unsolicited fashion advice by saying like, "Oh, I think a maxi dress would have looked better on you than a mini dress." Like I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, that's kind of fucking weird." But I do understand like my opinion's a bit jaded because a girl did that, so I completely call myself out on that double standard for sure. Because yeah, it is fundamentally an assholish move to have given unsolicited fashion advice, especially that advice being skinny jeans. Like that's bad advice. Why are you giving? Is he a Jonas brother that you're telling him that he would look good in skinny
Is
jeans?
this a story out of 2006?
Exactly. Like, is this? Well, let me look at it. Oh, it does say 5 years ago. Skinny jeans was not in 5 years ago. Like, we were still throwing them out. Like, the Jonas Brothers broke up 5 years ago. Maybe more. They were maybe more. I think Priyanka and Nick just got married at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. But all I'm saying is, first of all, don't give unsolicited fashion advice. Second of all, don't give bad unsolicited fashion advice to people. Skinny jeans? We're not there yet. The trend cycle has not reached that yet. But yeah, I wouldn't give. It's a bit of. Mm, yeah, let's not. But I could totally see myself like telling a guy like, "Oh, I think this would look way better on you." I think I've definitely even done that where I've told a friend like, "Let's not do tapered pants or don't wear athleisure to the club." But I think that's good advice compared to skinny jeans. What are the comments saying? Yeah, most of the comments agree with me and say you are the asshole. So, yeah, but not a huge one. That's literally what one comment says. You are the asshole, but not a huge one. Anyway, that's the end of this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you guys in the next one.
Never mind.
Bye.